We gonna get in trouble. Oh my god.
Adult conversation.
Start talking to somebody. Everybody is not gonna connect with you. Just because you like somebody does not mean
They gonna like
that
you.
they gonna like you, and that's okay.
That was a statement there.
I did not say that
Yes,
out
you
loud.
did. Yes, you did.
But okay, everybody. I like that right there.
You feel me? I need your dick to be damn near as big as my thigh.
Listen,
She
I
got
don't give a goddamn what people say. Ain't nothing like a black man. A big old black man. Like, you need that love in your life. Because evidently you ain't never experienced that. But I'm not going to stop being who I am because you used to fuck up. You know what? It's almost like mental edging. If you think about it.
Listen, because once we break, all I gotta do is pray that we don't break nothing in the house. Because baby, it's going down.
But never scripted. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
I mean, that's always gonna bring it right on into a laugh.
Every time, Jesus.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in.
What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to the show. Make sure y'all go and do the housekeeping. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share it out, tell a friend to bring their ass on up in this motherfucker because we got a good one for y'all.
We sure do. We want y'all to be, even if you watching the playback, leave some stuff in the comments because we definitely get back and comment back to you. And yeah, this is a good one here.
And the title is Are You Dating Fearfully? Sweet baby Jesus and all that is holy.
Break it down for the people so they get a clear understanding.
So the question is centered around how we are out here operating and dating. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be, a lot of us at our big ass ages are at the point where the truth of the matter is, shit, our patience is short, baby. You ain't got too many times. You can come over here playing around. You know what I'm saying? But then there are those moments where you find yourself trying to figure out if this person that is speaking your interest is the person that you need to go to the next step with, right?
Lord.
Child.
That's the hard part. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead. That's the hard part.
That's when you say, hey, what's smell good?
Hey,
that's when shit get real dicey. That's when shit get real. So now you gotta go through your things because now you start to feel the shit that the shit everybody be like, oh, I'm healed. Nah, you ain't healed, baby. You just ain't been in a situation where nobody can trigger you and you can figure out whether or not you know how to work through being triggered. See, now you sit over here like, ooh, I ain't felt this in a minute. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you start to feel stuff and your first instinct is to run. Well, okay, maybe I need to speak for myself. My first instinct is to run.
Jackie Joyner.
Babe, closure on this motherfucker.
And it reminds me of something you said in the show before on one of our I think that was one of the topics. It says, are you healed or you just ain't never had nothing that triggered you yet? Right. And you are so right. I always say, like, the love part is easy, but the choosing for me is hard. Because it's like, like you said, you want to make sure that the person that you choosing is choosing you. And you always, like, everybody is on eggshells now when it comes to relationships and love. And it's like, okay, do he really deal with me like that? And it's like you always doing these check marks in your head, and it's like, okay, do he really like me, or is it this, or is it that, or is it just us? Some people may not be having this dilemma. For me, I'm an overthinker, so I'll be like, okay, he said this, or did he really mean it like that? But this is what he said, and it's like, baby.
Listen, overthinking is exhausting.
It's very much so exhausting. I will overthink myself into a panic attack, and it's my own problem.
I ain't gonna hold it. I've definitely done this shit.
Yeah.
And I had to put my own stuff in timeout. I said, bitch, go later. Because she doing too much.
Like, go lay down. Go lay down.
Too much.
Too much. But you want to start. Hey. But you want to start with the questions we got first, or should we talk about it first?
Okay, yeah, no, we should go. So we did put the poll out there. We had a few responses. We had a few people to respond.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the responses, because the question was, um, child, how did we put the question? Jesus, I think we said, "Are you dating fearful?" Like, or what has you afraid of dating in
Yeah.
relationships now? Is what we asked.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the responses said, "Because no one is genuine anymore. They seem to want everything except an authentic traditional relationship."
Mm.
I agree with that.
That's
I
true.
agree. I agree with that. Motherfuckers want popcorn love is what I call
They
it.
do.
These motherfuckers want instant gratification love. Bitch, I just met you today, and you think 5 minutes from now I'm supposed to be in love with you. I
Uh-huh.
don't even know if I like you enough to give you like to consider really continue a conversation with you. You
That's
know what I'm
true.
saying? But people want to hurry up and be able to show off. In my opinion, I feel like a lot of people are ready to show off on social media.
They
They just
really
like
are.
a lot of people like the idea of saying I got somebody and not the actual act of having someone.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it's a lot of people who want the wedding but not the marriage.
Yep. We talked
You
about
know what
that
I'm
too.
saying?
Yep.
It's a difference, honey. The wedding is a day. The wedding is a
Mm-hmm.
party. Are you ready for the marriage? That's the shit
Hello.
I need to know. I need to know, are you ready for the marriage?
Are you
Because
ready for me when I'm not at my best? Like, are you ready for me? Am I ready for you when you're not at your best? Are you ready for when I'm a brat and I got an attitude? Are you ready for a good up and a good down? And that's what people don't realize. Like, when you don't take that time to get to know somebody really. And I think that's another thing. A lot of people do not want to invest their emotions and their heart fully either because everybody's scared. Everybody, like, listen, that hurt that I've been through before, that shit almost took me out. So I don't want to go
baby,
through that again. And it's like everybody halfway loving anyway. They're like the we saw that one girl, she was damn near in love with somebody else, but you getting married half loving.
right. To
So
be to be in the makeup chair on your wedding day
yes.
and crying about
Yes.
another man
Another man.
is crazy as fuck to me.
And like I said, that man don't even fully have her heart, but here she is with a gown on, getting her makeup done, about to go in the biggest commitment of your life outside of motherhood. And it's
Right.
like,
Which
why are we doing it? Why are we
child,
doing it?
because which first off, why are you putting yourself through that? And then two, why are you putting this man through that
Mm-hmm.
knowing that you don't want to be there with him like that? Like
Mm-hmm.
make it make sense for real. Make it make sense because I it don't make sense to me. I don't know how to explain that
Not
shit.
even. And if y'all want to add y'all in the comments, please do. We are more than we want to hear y'all. We want to hear
Right.
what y'all got to say about it too. Or even if you are now in a relationship or you are married, what made you take that leap or that jump too? Because honestly, I feel like that's like the hard, like you said before. It's like, I put your toe in the water or put my ankle in the water now. That you
Right.
just need to go and jump right on in. But I do agree with that person. It's like you don't know who's genuine no more. And like we always say, don't play in my face because that's gonna be something to terrible.
Right.
And I know going in that I'm being genuine, and to find out that you're not, uh, it's it's
Baby,
it's gonna be a little too
listen.
much.
Hey, I evaded one life sentence. I don't know if I can do it again. Please don't play with me. Don't just. I don't know if it's safe to play with me like that.
No, me neither. I would be on some Cardi B time right now. And it's funny how like I'm like, dang, have every woman in the world been Cardi? Cause they just like, yes, bitch, yes.
Just, nigga,
I was like, woo.
because that's the shit that killed me.
Mm-hmm.
This a motherfucker will sit up there and do you dirty, and don't get us twisted. We know that women do men dirty too,
Yes, we do.
but we are speaking from our perspective. I ain't got no dick. She ain't got no dick, so we can only speak from our perspective. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Um, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy to be with a person where you are doing nothing but showing love. You pouring your heart
Mm-hmm.
out to them, giving them your all. Pretty much done lost yourself trying to show
Mm-hmm.
this person nothing but pure love, unconditional
Mm-hmm.
love.
Holding him
And
down.
this motherfucker will drag you through hell and how. Bitch, I didn't ask for the ride or die package. That is
Hello.
not. That's not what I asked for. I ain't asked for the ride or
Amen.
die package. That ain't what the fuck I signed up for. You know what I'm saying? Like I want some real chill, especially now. I want some
Mm-hmm.
real chill shit. I want me and my man to be obsessed healthily obsessed with each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We
Hello.
both run around this house playing grab ass all goddamn day. Shit like that. We know how to communicate. When you done piss me
Yes.
off, I can say, hey, I need a minute because I'm about to slap the shit out of you. So I can go over here and calm down and then I'm gonna come back and tell you why I feel like slapping the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. Like, cause hey, I can be a brat. I know I can be
Yeah.
annoying. I get that. I understand if you need a moment. Will I pout if you tell me you need a moment? Probably. But
Probably
you know,
so, but
hey,
I'll let you do it.
you know what I mean? I'm giving you your time. I'm giving you your time. But yeah, like child, cause mm,
Beautiful
I
Soul
have
said, I find that people are not authentic with themselves, so they don't know how to be authentic with each other, with others. I believe that too. And then
had,
men are chasers. Once they get you and the chase is over, they looking to chase something else.
you know,
But we should say we should say boys, not men, because I feel like because that when that statement there would say real like men don't cheat because they always say if you a man like if you a real man you won't cheat but boys cheat. So
right.
I honestly do. I feel like especially when we always talk about parasocial relationships, it's like when okay if you look at this person on their screen, it's like okay I'm gonna get with them. I want to talk to them. I want to do this. I want to do this, and then that's fine. You finally get to talk to that person or whatever, and it's like you just fumble that ball times 20. Like what happened?
Sorry. Twice this week. Twice this week when I'm online. Cause it always happens. If y'all don't follow me
Right.
on TikTok, the foolishness always happens online.
Mm-hmm.
You was in the first time you was in there. Here this
Oh
fool
yeah.
come talking about some asking me questions because I was talking about my birthday or whatever. Asking me questions. First mistake, but I said something about my birthday dress, and he was like, "Well, try it on, let me see." Nigga, I don't know. Who the fuck? Tell your
And then
mama.
he
Tell
laughed
your
while we
mama to
was
try it on.
talking.
Right. Talking about something we can get to know each other. For
Mm-mm.
what? It can blossom. He said it can grow into something beautiful. What do you
Mm.
decide? No, he said it could grow into something special. I said, what the fuck you just define as something special? The motherfucker left the live talking about something I had to go be nosy and look at your page. If I was in front of you, I put you in your shit. Cause I'm talking about that pissed me clean the fuck out. Another person was caught themselves talking about something I like you, I want to get to know you. Can I see you? No. What you like about me? I like your ways. What ways? What do you know
He
about
don't
me,
even
fool?
know me, dude. I
The
like
fuck
your
you
way. You
talking
see
about?
me on this screen talking to people working. What you mean by ways?
The fact that I
No.
be sitting up here quiet listening to music and working, that's what you like. When you gonna be real highly upset when you find out my mouth is fucking reckless and I talk like a
Hello?
nigga 95% of the goddamn time.
Cuss like a sailor.
Okay? Hell.
Mm-mm.
Just because I had some R&B on today and see, that's another reason I said this why in my head I went, this why I listen to Kevin Gates every day. This right here. Cause motherfuckers be trying my motherfucking ass.
Lord. Okay, then one of the ones that I got, he just simply said that he don't want to waste his time. He would rather stay single.
Look, hey,
It's like it's so much of a Russian roulette game out here when it comes to relationships and love that people just saying F it at this point. They really is. I hate to say it, but I feel like that a lot of people just being like, okay, whatever, I'd rather be by myself and that's it.
cause I will be 100% honest with you. Cause some days it's like if I can get some basic stuff met, sex,
Hmm.
my sexual needs, every now and then a little bit of intimacy. Some days,
I'm cool.
some days it be like,
Cause none of us are living in dry coochie desperation, like we said last week, and that be the problem. Wait, just say when you, it's a difference between needing a man or a woman or wanting a man or a
mhm,
woman. Like some people's sole purpose, like even I heard this person when they was talking about Offset. There's like y'all gotta remember like Offset barely had nothing either when he met Cardi. Cardi was on the move. She on the go. She got this millions now. It's like, why would you cheat on a person that's bringing in 80% of the bag in y'all family? At the end of
And
the
let's be
day.
100% honest, the motherfucker is bad.
Right. It's
Now,
bad.
I don't know. I don't. Now, here's the tea. We all we know is very surface level shit. We
Right.
don't know what it's like to live with that woman. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But at the same time, you decided to get on one knee and marry this woman.
True.
You decided to propose to this woman. You decided to get the, y'all decided to have kids together. Y'all decided all this
Mm-hmm.
shit. And for you to go to the, because that's the other thing. I can never understand going to the length of trying to lock somebody down just to fuck around on
Mm-hmm. With the
them.
women in
Baby,
your
just
in her bed. Oh God, I would go to jail.
immediately. Hey,
I would go
I,
to jail.
Judge, you ain't even got to waste the taxpayers' money with no court,
Nope.
with no trial. Just go on, like, go on, send it to me and lock me up, player, because I did.
Right.
'Cause,
So
child,
again, that's like 7 years of your life invested and gone. And that's why a lot of people I feel like now are just like, all right, I'm cool off of it. And then like I see this one lady post that was actually married, and she was like, all of y'all rushing to get married. She said, but you need to know this shit ain't shits and giggles either. Like this shit ain't
never.
roses and cherries. I was
But
like,
that's why
yeah,
most people just want the party. Bitch,
they do.
if you want the party, just throw the party.
Just throw the party.
Why you gotta get legally tied up with somebody and still be out here doing some dumb shit?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Especially if, cause, especially if you are a person that you know absolutely that you have no desire of being in a monogamous relationship with the
Mm-hmm.
person that you really like at this current moment, likes monogamy, prefers monogamy. Why the fuck would you play around with their emotions?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
I
Right.
agree.
Marriage is that 110% marriage is more work than dating because once you're
Mm-hmm.
married, now you're definitely combining two lives. When you're dating, you're trying to test the
Yeah.
waters and see whether or not y'all want to combine y'all lives at all.
Exactly.
If you're doing it properly. If you're doing it
Mm-hmm.
properly, right? Once
I
once
agree.
y'all sign that paperwork, bitch, it's us. Ain't no you as an individual. Well, you're still an individual, but the whole totality is now
Mm-hmm.
we, us.
Mm-hmm.
It's plural, bitch. Anything outside these four walls that we pay monthly for, ain't hey, bitch. It's you and I against whatever the fuck is out there. That means your mama and them, my mama and them,
Mm-hmm.
your friends, my friends, whatever the case may be. We supposed to be locked in tight like a booty hole. Don't be a booty hole.
Yeah, and that reminds me. Like I seen on Instagram today that Holly Berry, her boyfriend, proposed to her, and she said no. She said I've been married 3 times already, and she's
Baby,
like
she
I
said
don't
I
want to
ain't.
do that again. She said that don't change how much I love you. She said, but that's just not what I want to do no more. She said I already done been married 3 times. She
And
said
I
that's
and
just
I
what she
get
don't
that.
want to do.
And I get that for some people when they've been through, especially if you've been married and divorced multiple times and it's been a rough
Mhm.
one. Even for some people who only did that shit one time, it was bad enough where they be like, "Yeah, I don't think I want that no more."
Hello.
Which I get, but once again, if you know there's some shit that you don't want, then don't do it. That made me
Don't do
think.
it. Yeah.
That made me think about that whole conversation I told y'all about last time. What the motherfucker said he knew he ain't want no more kids, but gonna tell me, well, if it's in God's plan, bitch, you not gonna play with my emotions like that.
But that's part to me. That's the part of manipulation too, because that's just to get you in a place of where he wants you to be, knowing he
Right.
has no. That go back to that genuineness what we was just talking about. Like he has no genuine intent to really, be invested in something. He just want what he want from you now.
Exactly. And you know what? Man, marriage is more work than surviving the apocalypse with the wrong one. Amen.
Hello,
All
man.
right then. But and it makes me think about this video where it was two guys and a girl, and it was some podcast, and the guy was like, he feels like if he don't lie to a woman, he can't get what he want out of her. And
Oh
she was
wow.
like, why not? Why not just find a woman that wants the same thing you want? Why come over here messing with a woman who wants a relationship, who wants to date for marriage and all this other kind of stuff? And why lie to her just so you can fuck her and then leave her high and dry when she thinking y'all supposed to be building something? Now you over here playing with her emotions and stuff like that. He was like, but I do want her. I like her. I want. She was like, no, you don't. You just want to experience her. You don't want her. You want to experience her. He was like, well, fine. I want to experience her. And she was like, well, why? But if she doesn't want the same thing you want, why not find somebody who does? He's like, because that ain't what I want. I want her. And I'm like, this is why some of y'all be ending up on milk cartons.
But it goes back to what the person said in the comments, that it's about the chase. Like, he saw what he wanted. That's what he wanted. Even if they did not align, it was like, okay, but I still want to experience this or whatever, because visually this person, tickled your fancy. And it's like, once you get that little thrill up at you, because you never had a real intent or genuine intent for that person anyway, now you gone. Or you be on some
I,
bullshit because you want them to leave.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it with my whole motherfucking chest. I don't care who feel any kind of way about it. I wish in situations like that, when once you know for sure that's what the situation is,
Mm-hmm.
that this nigga played on your top because all he want to do is fuck on you. I wish
Mm-hmm.
you could charge the motherfucker with rape because you took advantage of me. It was coercion. I'm just being
Mm-hmm.
100% honest.
Mm-hmm.
You came to me under false pretenses, motherfucker.
Facts.
Y'all better be having my ass ain't in my bitch.
Hello? Cause that's exactly what
I,
it is. Cause like you said, you have no genuine intent. You literally just sit here doing smoking mirrors, giving bullshit, saying what what that person you think that they need to hear. Kind of like what you were saying before, like people saying, yeah, I want to be married, I want to have kids, let's do this, let's do that, and you really don't want none of that.
right, exactly. You took away my right to choose,
You
and taking
did.
away, and basically, and that's what right here is. You took away my right to say no. You literally took away my choice.
Mm-hmm. Cause you
It's
know if you
crazy.
would have presented yourself who you were, sorry, I would have said fuck you that today. But rather you
Then
going to
again,
find
you
somebody
might
that
catch you might catch the bitch on the right day though.
I was about to say, like,
Cause listen, some of us like, hey, we like a little situation where we ain't gotta have no string
hello,
test to that motherfucker stuff.
listen,
You feel me?
listen.
And then I get told I'm wrong when I be like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about this. If we own, listen, I said it once and I said it again. If all we own is, once we establish that this is a fucking sexual relationship and
Mm-hmm.
nothing more, I don't care how your day went. Does the dick work? Does your mouth
Mm-mm.
work? Cool, let go. That's all I need.
Hello, and do your feet work when it's done?
So you can get, no, you ain't, I ain't gotta worry about your feet working, bitch, because I promise you, you ain't in my spot. You're not coming over here. Don't worry about
You,
it. I'll be over there in a little bit.
I don't want to be over
Because
there either.
and the point is, you won't be at my house. We gonna be somewhere where I can grab my shit and
True.
get the fuck up out of here. I ain't gotta wait around looking at you crazy, waiting to see when you gonna leave. Bitch, I'm gone. Okay?
He
Men
said,
talk
"That's why
themselves
I'm
out
not
of
trying to be
coochie.
outside. I'm not trying to be outside neither."
I don't be outside, but I be looking from the window. I look outside. I look out the
Hello.
window.
I
Men
do
talk
like what
themselves
she
out of
said.
coochie every time.
She said they don't realize. Sorry, she said they don't realize that the truth can unlock. It really can.
Secrets
It
and
really can.
chambers and all types of stuff. All types of stuff.
A whole lot of stuff. That'll be
Unlocked.
you.
Unlock it. Uh-oh. Okay, there you go. You started you skipping for a second, but
No,
you back.
sorry.
But
Talked
yeah,
himself right
child.
out of a whole lot of good stuff.
Okay, every fucking time, baby. Every fucking time. Let's see. What's
I'm
another?
gonna say, what's the next one
Ooh.
you got?
Um. Okay. So this one says, I'm afraid to date because I don't know what's real anymore. I'm a widow of two and a
Mm,
half years, so I've been out the dating scene for a while, and I swear to you, everybody that has come to talk to me has either tried to catfish me or been on some bullshit. So I guess trying to tolerate and have patience to move through the bullshit to potentially get someone that's cool. Oh,
mm.
I'm sorry. She was like, "That's cool." Oh, I'm sorry. And let's not forget the ones that have all these medical conditions, and you feel like they looking for somebody to take care of them when they can't function anymore. Listen, I overheard niggas say that shit. Old ass
Yes,
niggas be like, "Oh, I guess I need to settle down, bitch. You break, you're falling apart. I get you. You
exactly.
need a nurse. What you need is to make sure you have a contingency plan to pay a nurse.
Pretty much.
Because what you're not gonna do, because here's the other thing, they a lot of people forget. Men hit their prime. A lot of men hit their prime in their late teens, early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of women, baby, we ain't hitting our prime so our 40s, sometimes 50s.
Pillar.
Okay. So while y'all over here breaking down and shit, now you want to come over here and talk about something. I think I'm ready to shut down, Nick. You got to take 15 different pills just to make sure your dick works, nigga. You're not coming to me
Not a
like
hospice
that.
relationship.
Right. Because at that point, all I'm gonna ask you is you gonna sign over all your everything that's in your will. At that point, if that's the case, if
I
I'm
am
here to
not an
be
RN.
okay, I'm not RN or LPN or CNA. Okay, you better make
Hello?
sure your insurance is good and you can pay for one.
Listen. Because
Because
you
I'm
want
not here.
somebody to wipe your ass because
Right.
you done
It,
took Go ahead.
it's a
Mm-mm.
whole different in us being in a relationship and we get old together and it gets to the point
Yeah.
where I need to take care of you. That's one thing. But you coming to me now because your ass can't function and you need a nurse at home because
Pretty
you know
much.
you fall asleep too goddamn long and ain't nobody there to hear the fact that your ass stopped the fuck breathing that you might not wake up in the morning.
Pretty much.
You
And they
gotta go
really do
find
say that though. I'm gonna go ahead and find me some because I'm brother getting old. Brother getting
right.
old. And it's like at that point, you now you want to have somebody that's gonna deal with your sickness, a limp dick, and whatever else that you got going on.
Baby, because let me tell you something. Hey, let me future husband. Baby, don't worry about it. I'm gonna make sure you take all your vitamins and drink your water. That dick gonna
Hello?
be working for a good long time fucking around me. Bitch, you gonna be over, we gonna be sea mouse and every goddamn thing else of this motherfucker.
Hello?
We gonna make sure
This is
everything is
it.
functioning the way it needs to function. Cause I plan
Mm.
to ride this thing on out. Literally and
Literally.
figuratively.
Literally.
Okay?
Like how
I'm
he died.
trying.
On top
On
of me.
top of me. Me on top of him one shit.
Hello? But honestly, that's what people got to realize. That's what happens when you do get a good partnership and a good companionship is that y'all make each other better. And men are horrible at that. Like, I'm not going to say all men,
Mm-hmm.
but some men are horrible at taking care of themselves. So you really do need that in your life. Like, so just go to that.
Seriously.
She said, you can't cut the grass, take out the trash. Fuck.
Right. Get the fuck out of here.
It's how to do everything.
You can't do
Your
nothing.
wife said
Your back,
nothing.
nothing. Your back hurt. Your dick. Like, I ain't got time for it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Abort mission.
Abort.
That's
Get
the
somebody else to
reality.
do it.
Get somebody else to
But
do
that's
it.
the crazy part. Right. Partnership is beautiful with the right person. And
It
that's the thing about it.
is.
Okay. So I'm a speaking of partnership being with the right person. Here's and if anybody else feels the same way, let me know. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like because we came up in a generation where we were the first generation that had all these rights as women, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because keep in mind, we've talked about this several times on the show. About 9 times out of 10, the reason your grandmother, and depending on how old your mother is, stay with your daddy or your granddaddy is because she couldn't have a bank account by herself. She couldn't own a home by herself. She
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do all these things without a man. You know what I'm saying? So hence the reason they stayed in these relationships. It wasn't because they were just also in love with your goddamn daddy or your granddaddy or whatever the case may be. Half the time,
Right.
you might want to ask your grandma some questions. If your grandma had a few husbands that all died of natural causes, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, all right, you play with it. I'm from the South, bitch. I know. Okay.
Hello?
So being in that generation, I feel like we were not right. She stayed because she had to stay, not because she wanted to stay a lot of times. Now don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong. In some situations, them women was flat foot in love with the men. In
Say
some
word.
situations, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say it's that way for every situation, But
And
a
then they gotta
lot of
also realize. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
A lot of them people, even like my great grandmother and my grandmother, they married young. That's what people don't even realize. Like they married young. It wasn't even more so about love and marriage or whatever. It was like, oh, you from this particular family or da 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 da. Like, okay, so when she turned 18 or
Not
sometime
even
even
then.
17,
Sometimes younger than
that's what
that.
you did. Yeah,
And I think when my grandparents married, I think my grandmother was like 16 years old or some shit like that. Like,
yeah. So a lot of
you
people
know
don't
what I'm
even realize that it's like you was marrying somebody that was still a child.
saying? Right, 14 to 15 in some cases.
Right. That's why you
Some
had them
people were definitely,
big
yeah.
ass age gaps.
Right. They didn't. You want to know why they didn't remarry when that man left Earth? Is because who the fuck want to deal with another one after all that shit? Who want to deal with another one? You know what I'm
Hello.
saying? Because some of the men was hell. Put them women through
Hell.
pure D hell.
Buy me a
Okay.
color purple. Mm-mm.
Right. And so why niggas be out here, y'all ain't like our grandmothers. Well, you want to know why? Because your grandmother is the one telling us, leave these motherfuckers alone.
Mm-hmm. They do it.
Y'all, I don't know what the fuck you said. They be like, y'all are the ones that had the opportunities to do all the things, and y'all can go out here and get your education and make your own money and make your own
Mm-hmm.
choices, all this other kind of stuff. So we were encouraged to do those things. Now,
Right.
on one hand, awesome, great. A bunch of us that got out here, we got to the money. You know, we the last thing we need a nigga for is money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Need being the operative word. That don't mean come over here with
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Right.
Make sure I put that out there along with it. But
Hello.
also, because of this, I think a lot of us did not learn, we didn't have the opportunity to really go through the motions of dating as teenagers in our early 20s properly because we were more
Mm-mm.
so encouraged to focus on education and stuff like that.
True.
When I think back on it, baby, I had one of my homeboys that came to the house. Baby, my dad almost made that boy. My dad made that boy so scared he almost pissed himself in the front yard.
Pretty much.
This is just a homie. Like we ain't even on that type of time. You know what I'm saying, baby? Irene dating. Mm. You were expecting man back then because although he was hell, he took care of business and his family. He was a provider. These new men have the nerve to cheat and be cheap and or broke.
Bro, man, come on, girl.
You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied, sis.
You
You
said
ain't
come
never
out
lied
of the
about that
cast iron.
one.
Listen.
Right. Okay.
But,
You
mm-mm.
looking for a traditional woman? That's what you want. Okay.
Girl,
But I
that's a whole show within itself. Like you got the nerve to be gaslighting, narcissistic, a cheater, broke, and still need my $40 for gas.
and have bad skincare too. Bitch, get
Yes, like I said this to somebody yesterday. I was like, it's the audacity to me for me. Like it's like I'm a person that wants to pour as much as they want to receive. And it's like even now, so much in this day and age, everybody is looking. They're not looking at some relationships of what they can pour into them. It's more like me, me, me. I love the way you make me feel. I love the way you do this. I love the way da da da. And it's like, well, it's like even if you ask somebody, well, you say you love me, but why you love me? First of
right.
all, if you get offended by me asking you that question, that's a red flag. And number
What
two,
you
if you
mean?
only thing you always say, well, I like the way you make me feel. I like the things you do for me. I like the way it's always me, 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 me. And it's like, no, if you can't look at that person and say who they are or speak to who they are to you, as far as like, I love that you're compassionate. I love that you're this. Like, speak of who that person actually is versus of what you think that they poured into your life. And it's like, damn,
Right.
we really being selfish as hell out here.
Oh, selfish is a baby. Selfish is a way of life nowadays. Yeah, baby, audacity is free. It ain't even at the Dollar Tree. That
It
shit
ain't
for the way some of these motherfuckers be out here with audacity. That shit got to be free. It got to be falling
not
out of
the
trees.
hot grits. Right.
The shit got to be
Said the
right,
hot grits.
baby. pour them hot grits on them, play
Listen,
grit ball, as like Medea say. But
listen.
I mean, but that's the crazy thing about it. It's like we really didn't get a chance to hone these skills when it probably was the most important time for us to hone them, which would have been
Mm-hmm.
like our teenage years, our early 20s sometimes, or whatever the case may be. And now here we are, late 20s, 30s, 40s, trying to figure this shit out, especially if you
Mm-hmm.
are a person who got married early in life and ended up getting divorced or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Now you get back out here. Let's say you got married in your early 20s. You were married for 10 years. Let's say you got married at
Mm-hmm.
25. You 35, baby. 10 years after dating game. It's crazy as
Right.
fuck out here.
It is.
Come on, Alvin, special. Listen, crazy as hell out here. This is a
It is.
totally different dating pool than what it was 10 years ago.
It really is. Honestly, I
Child.
feel like the dating pool right now is full of hurt and people looking to come up on an opportunity with somebody else. It's like it's not really, like I said, it's not really out there to find a relationship for the reasons that you should be trying to find a relationship. Because even I feel like, just say like you just said, we didn't learn those parts of dating in our 20s because we were so focused on school or whatever. But even if you think about it, even if you didn't learn, but just say your first real relationship that you invested time in was a beautiful one, we wouldn't be sitting where we are right now. It's just because of the past that we dealt with that level of an asshole. We ended up with scars and we're healing now. It's now
Hmm.
is the reason why we moved the way we move. But it's like if we would have just had the right person in the beginning, I wouldn't be sitting here the way I am now.
Fact.
And that takes a toll because it's like now I feel like not only am I'm using discernment, but my antennas is always up, and sometimes they might even need to be up. And it's like you don't know when you can relax and when you can just enjoy and sit in that place with that person without feeling like it's gonna slip off. You know what I mean?
Microphone going off. Facts. Yeah, a lot of people didn't have a good example, but in the day and age where we got the internet and TikTok and so many other resources, that's why I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
if you, because some people like, well, I didn't see no better. I ain't never, baby. First off, I know God, good and goddamn well, we all grew up watching the Cosby Show. We all grew
Hello?
up watching. Hell,
Indeed.
my wife and kids. That let's be 100% honest. There were some decent examples of positive relationships for Black
Mm-hmm.
folks, for us growing up, right? So you can't say you never saw it. Granted, it was TV for a lot of people, and no, and
Mm-hmm.
they didn't see it in their real life or whatever the case may be. But then also, we are at a point where you do have something. Baby, you don't even have to leave your house to go to therapy now.
No, you sure don't.
They got they got so many ways to help make therapy affordable. You got if you just want to follow a therapist on TikTok, baby, they dropping gems every day. You just got to be willing to put the work in.
Hell, put in
You,
Chat GPT.
baby, check. Let me tell y'all something. Be careful that chat. Y'all think a person in real life will read you for real? Chat GPT will have you over here sucking your
And
thumb,
she
huh?
will. And she will. She'll read you in a minute.
Ooh,
But it's
you know
real.
what? Beautiful soul, girl. You must have been in my mind because I meant to say that. You just made a statement, Kay, where you were saying if if you had found the right person the first
Mm-hmm.
time around, you wouldn't be here. I'd be 100% honest. If I had found my husband in my 20s, I don't know if I would have had a forever marriage. Because
Mm-hmm.
looking back on don't get it don't get it twisted. I very much was still a loving person and all of this stuff. But the way that I am able to appreciate a man being a man now versus
Mm-hmm.
then, I don't know if it would have taken me too long to get there to be able to keep my husband and make sure that he felt like he was the man of the house and all this other kind of stuff on who I
Mm-hmm.
was then. I might have been able to, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's the question of was I genuinely as much as I wanted to? Because I used to think,
Mhm.
maybe I was gonna find my husband when I got to college. We was gonna get married. Maybe by the time I hit 32, we was been had children. We was gonna have. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? I thought at this point, your girl gonna be 40 in a week. I thought at this point, baby, I was gonna have teenagers.
Same.
You know, you see what I'm saying?
Same.
Like that. If I ain't got all my heart desire, ain't no telling what type of motherfucker I'd be today. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
But
But I even feel
it's
like
such.
my appreciation. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say it's such a shit I had to go through, but bitch, I'm here.
Hello. I feel like my appreciation for that lady grown son comes from the worst that I've experienced. Cause I feel
Facts.
like even if I feel like we grew up in a house where we seen beautiful marriages. So even if a person would have came to us in our 20s, I think it would have came I think it would have almost came natural because we have already come from that environment. Now, if I didn't come from that environment where I didn't see that love in the household, then it would be different for me. But I feel like my appreciation now because it comes from that I dealt with the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst.
Well,
And
okay.
it's
So
like,
I'll be honest. I don't, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I still don't know. Even though I came from a very loving environment, I remember thinking I didn't understand why my mother was the way she was as a wife.
okay.
Because, baby, when I think my mother is I'm gonna make sure dinner's on the table. You know, but that baby don't leave the house without being all put together. She's like, I'm gonna go talk to your father. You know what I mean? Like, and I
Hmm.
used to be like, girl, why can't you make a decision without this motherfucker? Because Irene was a very headstrong person. Irene
Hmm.
was very much I can make my own decisions. I don't need nobody telling me what to do, da 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 da,
Hmm.
individual. So even though I came from that environment of seeing that, it's only now that I understand
I feel like though that comes from you really in love with somebody though. Like I feel like your role. Yeah, I would say role as a wife, but it's like to me that's my husband, so I would want to do that, or that's my wife, so I would want to do that, and that's just like the way that I feel when I'm really in love with somebody. If that's really my husband and that my husband really love me and I really love him, it's like I'm gonna want to make sure that he's taken care of. I'm gonna want to make sure that my wife is taken care of. So I feel like even when I told you when I had a conversation and somebody told me that that had to be taught, I said I don't feel like that has to be taught. I feel like my natural instinct when I love you and I love you down, like that makes me that love that I have for you makes me want to do that. I don't feel like that's something that's like, well, I never learned that. Nobody ever taught me that. It's like, but don't you say you love me? That you say you love me. If that's not instinctive from that love, then it makes me question. Sometimes, do you really feel that way?
it.
Because it's
So
just
I'm
like
gonna say,
if a mother see her child, it's like you gonna automatically grab toward that child if you think something wrong.
well, you gotta remember, there's some motherfuckers out here that's some piss poor mamas, and for whatever reason, that shit didn't kick in for them.
Yeah.
So, and the only reason why I 100% agree with you because we've had that conversation. And I've said
Mhm.
if my presence in your life doesn't inspire
Mhm.
you to want to like treat me a certain way and do certain things for me or whatever the case may
Amen.
be, then baby, it ain't it. Now,
It
do
ain't
I
it.
think there are certain parts of loving me that I may have to teach a person? I
Yeah.
do because I also take into account that not everybody shows love the same way.
Mhm.
You know what
Amen.
I'm saying? For example, my father is very much an acts of service man. It hadn't been
Right.
until these probably last 5 years or so that my father was a lot more verbal with his love. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? My father has always been an acts of service. Now, one thing about it, two things,
Same.
so he gonna give you some lip, but he gonna make sure you're straight. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Whereas my mother is very much she's a quality time girl. She's words
Same.
of affirmation. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And so it's those things. It's like I think the better way to say it is if the desire to learn how to love me properly is not if you're not inspired to learn how to love me properly, even if that means I might have to tell you some things,
Mm-hmm.
then how can you truly love me like you say you do?
That's it right there. That's
Because
it.
if I tell you I appreciate this gift that you brought me, because me, don't get me wrong, I love gifts, yes, but I love thoughtful gifts. Don't sit up here and
Mm-hmm.
be like, oh, I'm gonna buy her this $500 purse and think I'm gonna go crazy over it. Because I'll be like, oh, this is so nice, thank you. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Other,
Yeah.
but if if you out and about and I love teddy bears, I don't care if the teddy bears this goddamn big and cost you $1.
Mm-hmm. You'll get a
I'm gonna
better
be
reaction getting her that teddy bear.
exactly.
Yep.
That's the kind of wife I was that I want to talk. Right. A love, service, and submission. Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Very much. I did realize that in my past relationships, I am very much a person of submission and service. But
Mm-hmm.
I struggle with submission and service when I don't feel safe.
Very much
If I
so.
do- if I don't feel safe with you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person. I do my best. I give you time. I give you ample time and opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I will lay opportunity in at your feet to show
Mm-hmm.
me that you got me. I had a nigga stand beside me while I changed the battery in my car.
Oh, hell no.
Right. Clearly that motherfucker ain't here today.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I, I, and I said, I'm like, and the reason I ended up changing because by this point I knew your ass wasn't worth shit. Bitch, at this
Mm-mm.
point I'm just I'm plotting and planning how the fuck I'm gonna get away from you. Because
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. To sit
you
there
know
and
what I'm
watch
saying?
me though, to sit, you know what? I would have even respected. I would even respect it in that moment if he didn't even know what he was doing. It's a at least be like, how you know how to do that, or can we do it together? Can you show me? I would
No,
even respect that because at the
see,
end of the day, like I understand a lot of dudes don't know how to do a lot of manly stuff. I get it.
facts. And shout
Or you
out to
could
my
have pulled
daddy for
up
making sure.
YouTube. He could have pulled up YouTube or something.
Could have pulled up YouTube anytime. Child, that ain't shit. When I said, hey, call my daddy, he'll walk you through it. This nigga called his homeboy that's a shade tree ass mechanic.
Mm.
Bitch, fuck you and your friend. Your friend don't know what the fuck
Oh,
y'all
he ain't
talking
want to call
about.
your daddy. He ain't want to call your daddy.
Oh hell. Oh baby, we ain't gonna do that. That was too much. But this is out once I don't like this. Let me tell you something. When I realize you dumb, like ignorant as fuck, and you have no plan to better that shit, baby, coochie get dried in the motherfucker for your ass. I'm gonna tell you right quick.
Extra
This
dry.
motherfucker, this motherfucker had an argument with me one day that 60 miles per hour. At the time, I had a Monte Carlo, and his homeboy had a Hellcat, right? And they want to argue me down that 60 miles per hour in the Hellcat is different than 60 miles per hour in my Monte Carlo. And I said it's the same thing. I said the difference is the Hellcat will get to 60 miles per hour before my Monte Carlo does. That's where the difference lies. 60 miles per hour is 60 miles per hour. I don't give a fuck what you drive. That's just like if I give you $100 bill or if I give you 520s, it's still $100.
True.
But because I even call my best friend that is a goddamn mechanical engineer. These motherfuckers, nah, she don't know what because we women, we don't know what the fuck we talking about. That's the problem. Okay, cool. I got you. I got you. I got you. Right. And the horsepower is more about which one is gonna get there faster. It's still 60 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's a standard. You don't see no road sign out there saying if you drive this, then this is your speed limit. If you drive this, then this is because nigga 60 is 60. Regardless. But that's like it's learning a person and understand because the fact that you are in so much of competition, being in competition with your partner is also crazy.
Crazy.
That's another thing I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with somebody. that's out here trying to be in competition with me. Why
I,
why
I
you
feel
want to
like
fight against me?
I done heard five different topics in this one show. Like I would love to
Girl,
touch on. Like, cause
listen,
baby, listen, that's
be in
crazy work.
competition with your partner, the person that you supposed to be
Crazy work.
able to take the world on with.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm.
you'd rather diminish what we could do by trying to go against me than us work together and we can build an empire.
Mm-hmm.
You play out, I play out for your strengths, you play out for my strengths, and we make this motherfucker pop.
Cause see, here's the
Make it make
thing:
sense.
the moment that happens, and honestly, I would say it usually happens with the man. As soon as the man feels less than in a relationship, this is where we get the offsets. Because now you want to go feel validated at a lot of other places because you don't feel like you the dude in the household. But at the end of the day,
But
like we've said plenty of times, the making yourself feel like you are the king of that castle has nothing to do with the dollar amount. So where else was the breach at in your house that made you feel like that you was not enough in that marriage?
mm,
Because it wasn't
and,
about you cheating on your wife. It was about you not feeling validated in that marriage. Because she was bringing in all this stuff. You were starting to fail in your situation, fail in your instead of just doing something together and you probably supporting her and just built something amazing. No, you needed to feel validated somewhere else.
so you go running around with some bitches who ain't got half of what you
Hmm.
got. They can stroke your ego.
Yep.
Ego is a dangerous thing, man.
Big
Ego is
dangerous.
a ego will fuck up your whole world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all, and this goes for anybody. I don't care how you identify, man, woman, them, they, she, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
non-binary, everybody, right? If you can't put your ego down and
Amen.
learn how to work in partnership with a person, if you desire a relationship, let me also put that in there, and you can't put your ego aside to learn how to work in partnership,
Not gonna work.
baby, it's not gonna work.
It's
You're
not
not
gonna
gonna be
work.
able to do that shit.
It's not gonna work.
You know what
It's
I'm
not gonna
saying?
work.
It's just like what now all y'all doing is sitting up here butting heads because you ain't gonna like
Mm-hmm.
shit that they gotta say because it wasn't your motherfucking idea. Or you gonna feel like they trying to control you because they
Mm-mm.
came up with the idea and told you how it should be executed.
Yep.
Bitch, it's certain things that I listen. I have a lot of skill sets. Okay, I'm good at a lot of shit. It's some shit I'm not good at. You, if
Mm-hmm.
that man know how to do it, right? I'll be honest with you. Even if I know how to fucking do it, if it make him feel good to do it, as bitch, I hands off, hands the fuck off. Can I
I
build
think
shit? Yes, I can.
Rough Rider got a question.
Where we go? Where we go? Here we go. Is this a matter of ego or rather an emotional situation? It could be. It could be either or. A lot of times it is ego. A lot of because speaking from my experience,
Sorry. I read the comment. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and finish your first thought before you go off. Go ahead and finish the first one first. Because
because
I
you
know you
already
about to go
knew,
off. Go
you already
ahead,
knew.
finish your
Sorry.
thought.
Okay.
Bring it in. Woo.
It's a
You're
reason
back.
they got to shut call snapped. I hope y'all realize that. Okay. Um, just putting it out there. So from my experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dating somebody who is ego driven,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's specifically a man who's ego driven and who does not is not securing their manhood outside, without outside validation
Mm-hmm.
is a struggle because anything that you do anything that you say,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a problem.
Yep.
Like the examples I gave, right? I remember this motherfucker damn near took every screw from up under my hood one day. At this time, I had my Traverse. Now, to change the headlight, I said that's not how you change the headlight in this vehicle. You have to go through the wheel well, which is how you. It wasn't like most vehicles where it's a little either the bulb is right there where you just reach turn and then get to it, or you pull something or you unscrew something and you're able to pull the whole light. That wasn't how that Traverse was set up. Bitch,
Mm-hmm.
it was dumb as fuck. You had to go through the goddamn wheel well. I hate that motherfucker. Okay. Um, motherfucker damn near took everything, every screw he could find that was near that motherfucker, he damn near took out. And the whole time, I'm going through the wheel well. I changed the motherfucker in 5 minutes. I was like, all right, now make sure you put on the goddamn screws back in my goddamn truck. Now you sitting over there looking stupid in the face because you didn't
Dumb.
want to listen. And it ain't like I said, it's like, nigga, is you done? What the fuck you doing? I was like, he went to open the truck. I was like, oh, baby, yeah, no, that's not how you do that. I looked it up. The first time I had to change it because he was driving trucks at the time. So the first time I had to change it, he wasn't there. And I was like, yeah, you got to go through the wheel well. This is how you got to do it. This is what you need. I know what I'm doing. Well, you go and do what you're doing. I ain't gonna you. That's what I mean. It's typically ego.
Mhm.
It's those situations where you can't take advice from your woman. You can't listen to your partner in a situation where they may have a little bit more experience or knowledge than you have. You know what I'm saying? Cause baby, he hit me one time with he took the dryer went out. That motherfucker came. He was on the phone. We had picked his daughter up from school. We was headed back to the house. He on the phone talking about something. Yeah, I had to come home off the road and come save the day and fix the dryer.
Cause that's what he wanted to feel like.
Who fixed the dryer? Me, bitch. Your ass ain't do nothing. The fuck you didn't even know what the fuck was wrong with the dryer. Girl, piss the fuck out of me. Cause one thing I don't play me as a damsel in distress because I'm gonna show you I'm my daddy's son.
True.
Now, am I okay with being hands off and letting a man take care of some shit for me?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Lord. Cause we talked about
Cause
that
bitch,
too. Now, I don't get me wrong, cause I love to watch you fix something because you know what you're doing, and I bring you something to drink. Cause baby, listen,
baby, I will drop, I will throw my hands up in a motherfucking minute. Hey, you got it, big daddy. I'm gonna let you handle
yep.
that.
I'm like, you need anything? No, I'm good, baby, my little mama. Okay, well, I'll check on you a little later. I'm gonna go ahead and fix us some dinner while you getting that done.
I'm gonna fix some
And,
dinner. You want some tea? What you
let
want?
me know when you close so I can get the shower ready because you got a lot of grease on you. It's okay, baby.
Amen, amen, and amen again.
Amen. Amen.
Okay.
But I feel like the difference between people get it twisted between having a man with an ego and then a man that stands proud and pride and a good
Yeah.
pride. And it's like there's so much of a difference where he's humble but yet he still walks in that strong proud pride of a man. I love that. Like he knows he's a man's man. He knows who he is. He's confident in who he is and his abilities, but he's yet humble and he treats people very well. Now you
Right.
walking in ego where it's like you think you always right about something and have no execution. That's my whole thing. That's what you got to understand. It's like you walking around with all this ego and no execution. At the end of the day, like you want this woman to be so submissive under you when you're not executing nothing. And trust
Mhm.
me, at the end of the day, after a few times when you do not execute right, that's what makes that woman just go start doing shit on her own. Hate to say it. Once it's too many times you done drop the ball. At that time, you already married, so you can't skedaddle the way you want to skedaddle. She just gonna take you out the equation. You gonna come
That
home,
part.
the dryer already gonna be fixed. Oh well, I just went on ahead and call somebody. Da, da, da. Boy, why you ain't call me? No, it's okay, it's cool. Now that's what you don't want to happen.
Okay. Baby, because let me tell
That's
you
what you
something.
don't want to happen.
My father is very much a Mr. Fix It. He'll fix it. He working on just about anything and everything around the house. Now he know
Hmm.
when it's outside his realm of knowledge and he'll hire somebody. But baby,
Exactly.
my mama would have got to the point, baby, she got to answer more than twice. She calling somebody. And here he
The
goes. She called somebody. What you doing? What who what? Now you
At
want to
least
go
let
take
them
care of
try
shit.
once, though. At least let them try. Let them try once.
But they are first off, my parents been married for more than 50 years. She know her husband. She said,
I
if I gotta
know.
ask him more than if I gotta ask him more than twice and he keep putting it off, she said, I'm gonna call somebody and get it done. And
That's
every
true.
time she be like, watch, he did it. Now he gonna have attitude back. He get up
Yep.
and get that shit done though. Baby, she
Uh-huh.
know what to do with it. She know how to work that man. I just sit back and I be
True,
like,
but
this
that,
is
like you
crazy as
said,
hell.
because she know her husband, she know her man,
Right.
she know, she
She know
know.
that she maybe like the back of her motherfucking hand. You and me.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. If I was a wife,
Nah.
I would get a good chuckle out of him trying first, and then if he couldn't do it, then we hire somebody. But I'll let him try first.
Baby, hey, listen. As
Like,
long
baby,
as
why
you
is it smoking?
right, as long as you don't be
Why
happy
is
with
it
no
smoking?
nigga rig shit. Like, all right, my love. Cause I think it's time for us to
Oh
call
God!
somebody. It's okay.
Turn on the light switch, the dry come on. Like, what is
Right. Like, why
going
is the
on? Mm-mm.
dryer running? Child. Okay, now, beautiful soul. Well, you say your ex-husband, so I imagine the
Yes.
person is still alive. You know what? I don't want you to answer that just in case the FBI agent is watching. Never mind. I'm not gonna ask you that question. Ugh. I don't want you to incriminate
You just
yourself.
have to say allegedly, like everybody else
But
do on
allegedly,
TikTok. Allegedly, hypothetically.
right? Hypothetically, he would have been a dead, and I would have collected on some insurance. I'm giving birth to your child,
Yeah.
baby. I pop your nuts right at the sack. Don't pop both of the motherfuckers clean up out the sack. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's crazy work.
Now he passed away October 2024.
Oh,
Sorry.
I said, oh,
May he rest.
may he rest in peace, and he may have learned his lesson from whatever when he ever did that.
Wait, which is if
Oh,
he
she said,
demands or forces submission, he
yeah,
doesn't operate in humility. If you are forced to follow, he is not a amen to that shit.
amen.
Because I
That's so
100% do
true.
not. No real man has to beat their chest telling you that they a man. You
Mm-mm,
know it when they walk in the
at
room.
all. That's so
You know
true.
it when they walk. You know how they operate by how they move, the energy that they have. Baby, they ain't gotta tell you that
Listen,
they won. If you gotta walk in here and be like,
and
I'm
first
the
of
king of this
all,
shit, I'm gonna be
hello,
like, I'm
and
gonna be
them
like, you like to
usually
be
definitely
bent
be the
over and
ones
spanked,
that
don't
ain't.
you? Then the
I
ones
listen.
I be
All
like,
the men.
put you on the leash.
I feel
I
like
got
a
your
lot of the
manhood. Don't
most
worry about it.
amazing men, a lot of the most amazing men that I've met that walked in that that energy, like I always say of my father, my grandfather, are usually very quiet, very to themselves. They ain't
Hmm.
all over the place. And if you gotta pump your chest and do all that other stuff, half the time that means you ain't take care of business. Like most dudes that are kind of, like I said, on that quiet side, whatever, like they just do what they do and get it done and just they ain't looking for no whatever. But I feel like us as women, we definitely do need to, when we see it and we see them doing well and we see them like make sure we acknowledge it though too. Like when that man
Right.
just, without complaining is just doing what just needs to be done or whatever, it's like make sure we acknowledge that. Even
Listen,
like just
a,
just the men and the people that are around you.
a simple thank you goes a long way.
A long
A
way.
simple, a simple thank you for any and everything. Even I don't care if it is what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, let me tell you something. Baby, I will stroke my man ego until he can't be stroked no goddamn more. That nigga head gonna be so motherfucking big. I'm gonna have to
Hello?
be like, I'm gonna need you to simmer down. Okay.
Was you the
Yeah,
one that
yeah.
sent me that video and that man came in, he was fixing all the cars, and he was
Hell
like,
yeah.
"Now I done did all this stuff off this list. I done fixed your car, fixed my car, fixed the bikes. He about to go ahead and take a shower because you need to be fed and fucked by 9 o'clock."
By 9 o'clock. I said that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find the video.
I was like, yes. And then like he was smiling about it, but he was like, look now, I done did everything I need to do. And she was sitting there working on something. She's like, y'all, come look at my man coming in after working hard. I said,
Right.
yes. Girl,
He's
I said,
like, are
and
you
you better hook
recording
him
me?
up too. You better hook him up.
Let me see if I can find. If I can find it, I'll play it. But yeah, that shit
Girl, that's
tickled the fuck
funny.
out of me. I
I
said, you
loved it.
didn't goddamn right. Hell yeah.
Cause
That's
here's
the
the
type
thing,
of
like
energy I'm trying to be on. Shit.
being to be jokingly like talking shit about it, but they know they love it. They know they love
Yeah.
it. Cause that man had a
I,
whole big old smile on his face.
listen, the videos I've seen of dudes talking about some listen. I love being able to hear my woman go, my man did this, my man did that. Baby, and I
Mm-hmm.
can't wait. I
Hello,
can't wait.
my man, my
Because
man, my man.
I'm all motherfucking day. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All goddamn day. Let me go. I got it. Hold on. I got it.
My man been outside working, y'all. Here you go.
Shit, and I've been productive now. I done cleaned your car inside and out. I done clean, organized my truck. Clean both of them bikes, fit them. I just gotta make sure you fed them fuck by 9. You record.
My man been outside working, y'all.
Y'all heard what that man said.
He said, "I gotta make sure you fed and fuck my dad."
By that. Girl, you put that wait till now
Listen,
talking fucking around with me. I would tiptoe my ass all right behind it. Don't worry about it. I'm right
mm-hmm.
behind you, baby. I get you.
And
There you
here's the
go.
thing, and people do not understand. Like they always keep wanting to say in this day and age that women do not want to be submissive or be, use that word because that's just the word that they use. But I like to me, like I said, if your husband is like that, and he taking care of everything, and you know that you can fully let go and you fully protected, and you fully secure and all that in your marriage, baby, yeah, you got it. Where we going? Where you leading us to? What we doing?
Right. When he did something he was supposed to do, I had flowers
Oh,
to deliver
that's
to his
see,
job. And here's the thing, men deserve flowers too.
they do,
Even if you men deserve to be celebrated just the way we be wanting to be
they
celebrated. You
do,
know what I'm saying? Because a
they
lot of
do.
guys, especially a lot of black men, sit up here and be like they never like felt appreciated and loved on because so many people
Mm-hmm.
just look at men as oh you supposed to provide and protect and this and another.
Mm-hmm.
But baby, you still need to love on that man and show
Mm-hmm.
him how much you appreciate him. And don't get me wrong, I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure some coochie and some head go a long way with most men. But something
Men
else
are very
outside of
simple too.
right, but something outside of coochie and head would go a long way as well. You know what I'm saying? If you know that man like to play video games and you see them ragged ass headphones that nigga got on, get that nigga a new pair of headphones.
Amen.
Okay? If
Come
you
on now,
know he got
Kanice.
a listen, if you know he got a favorite anime or something, buy him something with that goddamn
Mm-hmm.
anime on it. Shit.
Hello.
Y'all favorite sports team? Add to that man's sports
Mm-hmm.
collection. Shit, something.
Mm-hmm. He love his city.
Right. Get him something from the city. True.
Right.
Yeah, I can't. I ain't being submissive to nonsense to no money, right? Our cousin. Come on, strive for
Yes.
excellence.
That's true. You put that battery in that man back, girl. Listen, people don't understand it. That's all it takes is for somebody to speak life into you and believe in you.
And but
It
I mean, but stuff
is.
like that. I mean, and those are the things that when you pour into each other, it makes those hard times easier to deal with. You know what I'm
It
saying? Because the
does.
truth of the matter is, no relationship is gonna be 100% perfect. Y'all, at
Absolutely
the
not.
end of the day, no matter how much y'all are building a life as one, you are two individuals who were raised two different ways, who
Mhm.
experience two different things, totally different lives and stuff like that. So you have different lived experiences. So now
Mhm.
you're coming together, and especially at our age, 40 and up, for most of us, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now you're coming together at a point in your life where you have established patterns, habits that now
Amen.
you don't know whether or not are going to work with this person. Now y'all living together. Now y'all got to figure out how to make this work. Y'all gonna get on each other nerves every day. Sometimes one person
Man.
is an introvert, the other one is an extrovert, and the introvert is looking at the
Mhm.
introvert like, nigga, don't you got somewhere to fucking go? I love you, but I need my space.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Honestly, yeah. Go ahead.
no, I'm saying like, it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be peaches and cream every fucking
It's
day,
not.
bro.
It's not. And I
But
feel
when
like that's
y'all
the
good to each other, it
yeah.
makes it easier to deal with the hard times.
Amen. That's so true though. Because I feel like the biggest thing that people have to realize is the communication piece. Because you being two different people and two different attitudes, two different emotions, two different situations, two different, like you said, backgrounds. But when you know how to communicate with each other and you know how to speak to one another in a way that is understanding. Like we may be different
Mhm.
and we may have to agree to disagree, but we need to commit to speaking to each other in the correct way and listening and communicating it through. Like, because even if you don't agree, like I heard you, I may not agree with it, but this is where we gonna stand with it. Come up with a compromise that's good for your relationship. Like maybe, like you said, maybe you grew up making catfish, and maybe he allergic to it, but it's like, but I still want to da, 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 and I need you to eat it and blah 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 blah. It's like what you want that man to have to poke himself with it every pin every time you want to make catfish. It's like, nah, you just that's going to be have to be something that you're gonna have to compromise about, that you maybe only eat catfish with your girlfriends. But it's like, why you look so sad? You don't want to give up that catfish. But I'm saying, but it's like if you know your man allergic to it, it can spread all over the place. And then he wake up looking like Martin. Then what you gonna do?
I mean, fair. I wouldn't want to do anything to. Ugh, Jesus.
He said, "I'm not getting rid of that." No,
And here's the funny thing about it. It's not like I cook catfish a lot, so that's the fun. That makes it even funnier because I'm over here, my lip poking out about something I don't even fix on a regular basis. But that
see,
But it's the point of when I want it, I want it now.
true. She said microwave relationships teach that people are disposable. Man, we talked about this in the other show. If he or she doesn't act right, get a new one.
Yeah, yeah.
Compromise and negotiations of the top two things we will use in a relationship. That's true. Because honestly, like I said, even if you two different people, but you have a love and respect for each other, you don't talk to each other in a certain way. Like you don't want to disrespect or to have it turn into something that's bigger than it is. And it's like it could be
Hmm.
something as simple, and that's why like even conversations about having children are important because like you said, people was raised differently, even in bringing up children. It's like, well, what if one person believe in spankings and one person believe in not spankings? It's like, what do you do?
Right.
But you have to communicate and come to a compromise and actually listen to each other. And a lot of people just don't want to do that no more. Like she said, everybody wants this popcorn relationship, and it's like, oh, the moment you don't agree with me, I'm just ready to go. A moment that you don't
Yeah.
feel I'm bringing what it is that you felt like that you wanted from me, it's like, oh, you don't love me like that no more because you don't do da, 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 da. Okay, I like to give you somebody else. Like, oh, word.
Yeah, motherfuckers be quick for that shit. But people
They
know
do.
niggas be more committed to their barber than they do a relationship.
They do. That motherfucker motherfucker done nicked you 5, 11 times and fucked up your fade, but yet you still been going with him for 10 years.
Right, your line been crooked for the last
And
two
he now
years.
blind in one eye, but yet you still going.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You have to have conversations that are not surface level. People don't want to get deep no more. And as a person who hates talking about feelings and emotions, because baby, I can't stand them. I don't like feeling mushy gushy. I don't like this shit.
Me neither.
It and I will be 100% honest. A lot of it has to do with trauma. A lot of it has to do with trauma. Uh, but people don't want to do that. That's why I don't mind asking them big ass questions at the very beginning. Yeah, they ain't gonna cheat on their barber, baby.
They ain't
They'll
about
walk
to know
around
that
here
barber.
looking like a booger wolf for months
Baby.
because they barber out of town before they fuck around and cheat on their barber, which is crazy.
Facts.
But let some little fine shit walk by and they girl at the house. Hey, little mama, let me holler at you real quick. Nigga, now you know you got this girl at the house that will shoot you in your ass,
Hello?
but you want
I
to sit
mean,
out
even
here and play.
it even go with their friends too. It's like some of your friends. Like I even had conversations with my ex before that he had a friend that did him dirty plenty of times. But yeah, you still want to kiki and kaka and still have all these in your face and in your house and all this other stuff. And it's like y'all ain't even go ride or die for these niggas that be doing you dirty. Done probably been with your baby mama a couple of times, but yeah, they still in your face. Y'all still smoking the same stuff and be kiki and kaka like ain't nothing happened. But as
You
soon as
sharing a
that
blunt
woman
with that
not
nigga.
do something, man, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Be
I do
disposable.
not get it. I do not get it. So when like some people do say like I don't feel like um some men actually don't like women anymore, I feel like sometimes that's honest. That's
Right.
true.
And here's the thing. Engage in thoughtful consideration. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Which one is the topic? She said that's a topic.
Listen, all of it, shit. And here's
Pretty
the
much
thing
at this
about
point.
that state. Here's the thing about that statement that men don't like women anymore. Right?
Hmm.
Nobody is saying that men are gay. That statement does not imply that men are gay. They still
No.
like women sexually, but as
Hmm.
human beings, as individuals, as people, some of y'all motherfuckers don't like us for real.
Nope.
And that's just the truth of the matter. Some
Hmm.
of y'all don't. Here's the reason y'all have no problem treating women like nothing, like the scum of the earth.
Nothing.
And
Yep.
all that girl was trying to do was sit up there and love your dumb ass.
Hmm.
But you'd rather treat her dirty and go and then you go to other kicker to it too. You treat her dirty, and the main reason you do it is because you want to impress your homeboy.
Stupid.
Yo, now if your homeboy is the one that's blowing your ass, sucking your dick or whatever the fuck, then hey, it is what a TI is. But to fuck up a good relationship
Mm-mm.
for the validation of people who don't have any say so in your household is
Mm.
crazy. Is absolute. They ain't paying your bills.
Nah.
They ain't making sure you fed. They ain't making sure you safe. They ain't making sure.
Hmm.
And see, some of y'all got some aunties at home. If you done seen sinners, you know what I mean. Some of y'all got aunties at home that sit up there praying for your dumb ass, and you don't know why you keep making out a situation that you should
Hmm.
have died in, that you should have went to jail for, that all this other bad ass shit could have happened to you, but you got an auntie in your corner, and y'all out here acting dumb than a motherfucker.
Little
And
motherfucker.
all the reason you still above ground is because that woman over there praying for you because she loves you so fucking much. Even though you done gave her 50, 11 reasons why she shouldn't love you.
Hmm. She was praying for
And
that
she
man outside of her presence
loved him so much, she was praying for him and his brother.
and his brother. And I want to say this, like, also in my experiences, I feel like a couple of people that I have dealt with, and I feel like this is why I never deal with somebody that don't have a great, healthy relationship with their mother, because it's like I feel like your mama gave you hell when you was younger, or did situations that may have hurt you as you was younger, and I feel like you now projecting that shit on women now that you meet,
Mhm.
because you couldn't whoop your mama's ass. like,
That part.
like you couldn't really say what you wanted to her, or how she made you feel, or the things that she did to you, and the things that she spoken to you. It's like, so now subconsciously, are you really now with the women you meet, because you have not yet had a successful relationship, are you now doing the things to these women that you could not do to your mama?
Pretty much.
Like,
If
that's what I really want to
anybody,
know.
if anybody has read Fifty Shades of Grey or watched the movies,
Mm-hmm.
the main reason he was the way he was because of his mother.
Yep.
I think that's one of the key things that nobody really picked up on out
Nope.
of those
I
books.
did.
And especially, and here's the thing, it really sets in if you go and read the, now granted, these are not great examples of BDSM, let me also say that.
Mhm.
But if you make sure to go read the fourth book, which is entitled Christian Grey or Christian or something, whatever it's from his perspective. I think it was called Christian, but it was
Mhm.
from his perspective. It really like ties it all together because now you get to hear about his backstory with his mother. They really dive into uh a lot of shit that happened when he was a child and stuff like that. And you really get to see why he acts the way he acts because keep in mind all his submissives looked the same and they looked like his mother,
Mhm.
including what's her name that he ended up marrying.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? She looked like his mom. And that's the reason he was a sadist towards these women.
Mhm.
He was enacting something with them that he couldn't do to his mother.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, and here go T, it's the women out here that be so dirty to dudes, all because they mad at their daddy because their daddy wasn't there, or they mad at their daddy because of whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And so here they are now taking this shit out on men because they don't know how to process the emotions and feelings that they have towards their father.
Mhm.
You haven't
Or
read?
they also
They
stuck around
are.
because they got abandonment issues, and it be on the other spectrum too, where it's like, I cling to this person so much, even though they treat me so wrong, because that's the situation that I came from with my father.
Right. And that's another reason everybody should go to therapy. Hey, go to therapy. I don't care how you
Yes,
figure out how to make it happen, go to therapy. If you got insurance, I'm pretty sure they pay for it. Typically you got a copay of $25. Take your ass to therapy.
that's it. That thing on the back of your ID that say behavioral health, because a lot of people don't even know what the behavioral health part say. That's what it is.
Mental health.
Yes,
Take your ass to a therapist. Okay?
but what to
Because
touch on? Yeah, let's go ahead. Sorry.
now I was gonna say because a lot of times you don't even realize that you have there are different attachment styles in relationships, right? You don't
Mhm.
realize you have an anxious attachment style now you because anytime somebody doesn't respond to your text quick enough, now you start panicking and you start thinking the worst and all this other kind of stuff. And this manifests not just in romantic relationships, it can manifest in your
Friendships.
friendships, it
Yep.
can manifest in your family relationships. A lot of these traumas that we be holding on to, sometimes they're generational traumas because we
Mhm.
saw what our parents went through, or maybe your mother had a string of bad relationships, and as you started getting older, she just did a lot of negative talk towards dudes or whatever the case may be. So now you done inherited all of this stuff, this pain that she was harboring, and that's why
Mhm.
you take this shit out in your goddamn Y'all better take y'all ass to therapy, damn it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no quick fix. The shit take time. The shit take work. And it
It
ain't
do.
just you going in there. It's not somebody going in there telling you how to live your life, bro.
Mm-mm. It's
They
not.
help you process. Cause I know a lot of black folks be like, oh, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. That ain't what it is.
It's not.
And I know a lot of us grew up in the what happened in this house, stay in this house mentality. But the problem with what happens in this house, stay in this house, is shit don't get fixed. Shit don't get
Mm-mm.
healed. And now you carrying around these scars and bleeding on people that ain't
Hmm.
touch you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So if you genuinely out here and you want a successful relationship in life and you
Go to
trying to
therapy.
figure out how to make different choices than what you made in your past, you may need to go to therapy and talk that shit out.
Hmm.
You may need to go to therapy. therapy and figure that shit out. Because sometimes we need to sit down and really take some accountability in the fucked up situations that we had ourselves in.
Amen.
Don't
That's
get me
true.
wrong, I'm not saying that them motherfuckers wasn't assholes. I'm not saying them motherfuckers wasn't some bitch ass niggas. But in some
That's true.
situations, we still need to take accountability for our part that we played in. And
Hmm.
excuse me, even if it's just a simple fact that some stuff you allowed to happen because you saw the signs, but you
Yep.
decided to ignore them, you excused them away,
Hmm.
and then you acted surprised when shit happened.
Right. He said, or you hold it in or you self destruct. And that makes me want to
Right.
go back to where a beautiful soul said, because I experienced it. She said, and the anger and the rage is scary. And
It
it's so
is.
crazy because like we talked about in the previous show about people masking until you finally really see their true colors. And it's like, yeah, this person presents themselves, happy, loving, whatever, whatever. And then it's like, even maybe it's something in that relationship that triggers them from their past, and it's like, how did you become this calm, loving person, and now you just so angry and so enraged about nothing? It's like, what happened? And then that's what it made me realize, like, you know it comes from your mother telling you that you need to die, or calling you a bitch, or calling, it's like so many things from your past, from women that were so unhealthy as a child, even as a child. So now every woman that you encounter, you have this anger towards, you have this bitterness towards. And it's like, when she said that people need to go to therapy, even trauma therapy, it is so real. Honestly, it's just literally a tool. And a lot of people be like, even people that's Christians, they be like, oh, we believe in God. Yes, I believe in God too. I love God with all my heart. But he gave people wisdom and knowledge on this earth to help you navigate on this earth to be a better person. I would
Exactly.
say therapy for me has been essential. It's been an essential tool on help. Like when stuff arrives, how do you navigate it? How do you control it? How do you speak through it? How to process things? So at first, I wasn't processing shit. I would sit here quiet as a
Baby.
bitch, crying to myself, not communicating, and it was becoming toxic for me. And anytime you keep stuff in, you self destruct. You gonna end up starting to make yourself physically sick too. You're gonna get anxiety,
Hmm.
PTSD, and all this other. It's okay to get a tool to speak through and have them people like, because they can literally sit there and they're like, okay, just tell me anything in 2.3 seconds and read you like a book. You just sitting there crying. So, like I said, I agree with my good sis. If you can, go. Even if you go one session just to try it out. And if you may not like it, but at least you try it. But before we
You
get into
may.
these relationships, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if you don't like that particular therapist, try a different one.
Get a new one.
Sometimes it's the
Hmm.
therapist. Sometimes, just like in a relationship, you got to find the right partner. You have to find the right
Right.
therapist.
Hmm.
In a month, it'll be your brother's anniversary. Oh, it hit too close to home. Listen,
Yeah.
now we give y'all some shits and gigs. We give y'all some chuckles around this motherfucker, but we gonna hold your hand when we
But we
say
keep it
it.
real.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
gonna hug you at the end, but like, we want to be realists when it comes to this thing called life. Like,
Right,
and honestly, like you said, when we get into these relationships, like my sister said earlier, we gotta stop bleeding on people. Like, you leaving trails of people that did not have pain like this before they met you, and
right,
now because they love you and they want to see you at your best and they want to see you strong, it's like now you treating them and putting them through the ringer, and then you eventually you gonna leave, and now that person now has to now, and all we doing is creating so many different bitter people around the earth because we allow all this stuff to keep continuing and we're not healing. And it's like, it's
right,
okay to take that moment and that time to be single. I'm not telling you to be a hermit. You can still go out there, you can do whatever, but it take a time to be single, to deal with you, to purge, to build your mind, to build your spirit. It's like, it's okay. It's okay. Just because you're single does not mean lonely.
that part. Exactly. People have an
No, it
expectation
don't.
that therapists can fix you. It's a discovery process for navigating past, present, and future life. Exactly.
Amen.
It that's what it is. It helps you process through life. It gives you tools because sometimes it's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
shit that, especially as Black people, where majority of the time you're told pray about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
That's
I'm
it.
saying? And you're not giving anything else. You're not giving,
Mm-mm.
ways to emotionally regulate yourself. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I applaud parents who are working on teaching their kids how to emotionally regulate and process
Mm-hmm.
their emotions properly and then be able to verbalize how they're feeling. Because then when these kids get older, they'll know how to, communicate with people properly. Like, hey, you did X, Y, and Z that made me feel this way.
Mm-hmm.
These are I don't appreciate being able to say that instead of just lashing out and either
Right.
being verbally or physically violent towards a person because you
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to process how you're feeling. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And that's what, some of the things that therapy can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, which I'm still a work in progress because y'all know I'm quick to tell somebody I'll try them in their shit. So,
Same.
but the point is, I don't do the action first anymore. There's the
Growth.
kicker.
The key is about, listen, nobody is gonna be perfect, but we do expect, I do expect a person to have a plan of growth. Like, I
Right.
don't want to sit in my bullshit, and I don't want somebody else that's comfortable with sitting in their bullshit. Because most people that do that literally just point the finger at everybody else. Like, if you always somewhere pointing your finger at somebody else, well, this person left because they was da 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 da. It's like, okay, you done had 6 different people leave out of your life in a matter of 3 months. You really think it's them at this point?
Right. Sometimes you got to look at what the common
Yeah.
denominator is.
Exactly. And it's like, at the end of
Sometimes
the day,
it's
like, I know me and I know what I'm working through and I know what I'm working on, but that's the whole point about growth, is to be a work in progress. It's like, I
exactly
ain't trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to grow.
because Lord knows I still need work. Because as much I, I know how to communicate. Do I
Hmm.
always practice communication? No,
Hmm.
no, I don't. But
Got
I
whole
notice also
degrees
that
in communication and business and talking and shit. Talk for a goddamn living.
pretty much. You know what I'm
Talk about
saying?
my feelings. Hell motherfucking no.
Hey, nigga, you do it. That's a big word for elbow. Okay, that's a real big word for elbow. You know what I'm saying? Because
Seriously.
and then especially if I get pissed, baby, you gonna have to give me a minute. I need to process this because Irene is very slick mouth. Irene is
Mm-hmm.
quick with it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so Irene has to sit back and process sometimes. Because if Irene does not process, I should not be talking about myself in the third person, but that's beside the point. If I don't process sometimes, I will say the most vicious thing that could possibly come from my mouth will fly straight the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And I said what I said. Okay. May I
Hey.
apologize? Will I apologize? Depends on how I feel.
Listen.
This is why I try to be extremely thoughtful about the words that come out of my mouth. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's no guarantee that once they fly out, I'm apologizing for them.
True.
Because 9 times out of 10, I stand on business on what the fuck I said. I said what I said.
True.
And
True.
I
But
probably will say
I
it
need
a
my
couple
time
years.
to process to make sure my delivery is good. Cause I know me,
Exactly.
especially if you've gotten me to the point of an emotion where I know me. So it's like, just give me my time to process, give me my time, and then we can come back and we can talk about this. Cause
Exactly.
I know the power of words, and I never want to say anything that, to number one, purposely hurt somebody. Now my ex, I would be like, you dirty motherfucker. That's what. But but
Right.
I would say, in my current relationships now and friendships, I never want to say anything hurtful to anybody because I know the power of words. Um,
Right.
but I do want to be honest in my emotion and deliver that in the best way possible, though.
True. All right.
I
We
do
getting
like what
closer.
Mrs. Smellgood said. You cannot play the blame game and not have accountability. That's true, but it's a lot of
Uh,
narcissistic people that do that.
oh, 110%. So we
Right.
getting close to that rap time. Do you want to give
I
your
know, because we
answer?
definitely want the clips.
Uh, do you want to give your answer to the question?
Well, of my
Mm.
fear of committing in a relationship or starting a new relationship, I think it's a lot of things that we talked about. Just the genuineness of people. and making sure that this person, because once I get married and once I lock down, I'm only doing this once.
Okay.
I don't want to be a 3 round married person. I'm already old as hell. So I want to make sure that it's solid. So to me, building an amazing foundation with somebody is important and is key for me. And nobody is gonna tell me how long that takes. However long it needs to take for me to feel that comfort and that building that foundation is what I'm gonna do. So at the end of the day, I won't say no. I wouldn't say that I have a fear so much anymore, but I am very cautious and very alert and very discerning, and um, that plays a major part in all of my decisions right now. So that's my spiel.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming around to the time.
Wait,
What's not
what?
to
No, 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 no,
Woo!
no, no, no.
See what had happened, Linda? What had happened was
It's
okay.
okay. You're
Ooh. Okay. Mine is okay. So mine is a lot. It's very similar. Is but mine has I think kind of a double-edged sword to it. So
mm,
it's the fear of somebody playing in my face again.
amen. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But then it's also the fear of trusting my judgment.
Mm,
Because you
mm,
go through the work, you do the things and all this kind of stuff, and you can notice when your
mm.
discernment changes.
Yeah,
But there's also this one moment of
yeah.
what if my discernment don't work in this, like what if my attraction to this person overrides my discernment,
Mm-hmm.
and this turns into uh,
Yeah,
another moment like what I've been through.
yeah.
It's like, bro, I don't know if I can dig myself back out that place again. And I
Mm-mm.
know people be like, well, if God helped you one time, He'll help you again, baby. You don't understand.
You don't
You
understand?
you you don't. I'm, let me tell y'all something. And this is the God honest truth. Shit, I don't even know if I need to say that online.
It's okay.
Nah, it's incriminating. This is problem.
But then don't say it.
Well, no, it's not incriminating because I ain't go through it. I say it. I plotted how to take this man off his own
Hmm.
and how to get away with it.
Same,
Okay,
same, same.
and here's the thing about, I was so okay with it in the moment
Hmm.
that while I had a plan of how to get away with it, if I had to serve time, I was okay with it too.
Yep,
I was like, I'd just be sitting down there by my cousin.
yep.
And baby, my cousin got an episode on Snap. Okay.
Yeah.
Like it was that deep.
Hmm.
It was that serious. Like
Yeah.
it was when people say I was at the bottom and all I could do was look up because I had nowhere else to go.
Hmm.
That's why I tell people, hey, y'all listen, y'all, hey, I don't look like what the fuck I've been through, bitch. Y'all better be happy y'all found this
Listen,
version of me. Okay?
listen,
Y'all caught this version of me.
listen. People don't
'Cause, baby,
realize.
I was ready to risk it all. Baby, that motherfucker was going to his mama in a pine box fucking around with me.
Yep.
Had had a whole plan. You hear me? So when
Same.
I say like I'm like people think I be bruh, don't come over here playing with me.
Mm-mm.
Please, I worked
Mm.
too hard to get to this point. Entirely, baby, the sacrifices I done made, the tears I done cried, and bitch, I don't like to cry.
Me neither.
You hear me? That apartment back in Orlando that I moved into when I left that motherfucker on June 25th, 2020, a day that will forever stay in my brain. Baby, that apartment saw a side of me that ain't nobody else.
Same.
At the height of the pandemic where I couldn't go no motherfucking where. All I could do was sit in my shit and work through my shit or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So when a motherfucker be like, especially because people be like, "Oh, you single? I'm single, but I got a favorite." Oh, well, how can I take the favorite spot, baby? You worried about the wrong thing. The fact
No.
ain't the one that you got to worry about. It's my peace that you got to worry about. That's who
Amen.
you fight. That's what you're going up against. Because
Amen.
I don't want to be in another situation where a person takes me to a point where I'm ready to risk my freedom.
Amen.
Baby, if you gonna cause that much stress in my life, please stay the fuck away from me. If you think you finna come over here and play on my top, I'm gonna show you how much of a nigga I am. And I know some people be like, "Oh, she just talking." I'm not,
No. People don't
bitch.
understand, man.
Hey, baby, I've lived a damn good life up to this point. So if I got to serve the rest of my time behind bars because you kept playing in my motherfucking face,
Listen.
it may break my parents' heart. I know it would.
Mm-hmm.
But bitch, at this point, I'm setting no business about me.
Yeah.
So please don't come over here playing with me. Like people don't like y'all need to understand motherfuckers have been through shit.
A
And
whole lot.
y'all be out here wanting to play on people. And then y'all see all these videos of these folk crashing the fuck out. And like, damn, did they have to do that? Yeah, it be that fucking serious for some people.
They do.
Because I guarantee you they told them, hey, if we gonna do this, I need you to understand something. This, and this. Don't come over here with that. I done been through way too much shit. I'm not dealing with that again. If folks come over and do that shit anyway, and then wonder why they end up in the morgue, in the hospital, whatever the case may be,
Mm-hmm.
all that shit fucked up. I'm not justifying it. I'm just
But I
saying, y'all
understand
be,
it. Yeah.
exactly. I understand it. I ain't justifying it, but I fucking understand it. Because sometimes you can only take so much, especially when I gave you a fair warning. Especially when I gave you fair warning.
And that's the thing that I don't understand with a lot of people. It's like when a person tells you the things that when you come into a closeness with somebody and you've told them of those scars that they understand it, and to still put salt on the wounds that
Hmm.
I vulnerably showed you. It's insane to me. And this is why people be like, oh my God, you so quick to walk away, or you so quick to just be, leave a nigga. I am, because like she just said, you don't understand the things that I have worked toward and God has brought me from. And like she said, how quickly I know a flip can switch inside of me, that for the safety of both of us, because you playing with me, I'm going to go on and skedaddle.
Exactly.
And as soon as I smell fuck shit around you, I'm going to leave you alone, because me and God put too much work into this. I don't even recognize myself. Like, I've sent pictures to my sister, and I was like,
Girl.
sis, I don't even recognize that
Baby,
person
when
no
I look
more.
back at some of them pictures,
Man,
totally different person. When I
I
tell
don't
y'all,
recognize it.
I'm gonna have to. I don't think I posted one in a very long time. I'm gonna pull a picture from prior to 2020. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull one from like 2016, 2017, and a picture to me now. Baby, I tell you, the spirit in the video in
Oh
the pictures
God,
is a complete 180.
complete.
That's why I say, baby, don't please
Just
don't.
leave me alone.
Please
Just
don't.
leave me
And let me
alone.
tell you something. And here goes the other thing that's crazy about it. At this point in my life, I got some motherfuckers that don't play about me.
Hello.
So if I don't get you, somebody just might.
You better come on with it.
Okay. I
So
have
would.
curated some people who don't play about me. And a couple of them in that circle don't mind doing. So, baby, if you know like I know, you better keep a couple of them around you at all times.
Hello. At all times.
Okay?
At all
Because,
times. But good God.
all right.
Come on and tell the people where they can find you so we can make sure we stay under 2 hours.
All right. Well, if I have my own fan platform, you can find me as Irene the Fashion Queen. Majority of wherever you're gonna find me is really gonna be TikTok and Instagram, y'all. Just
Mm-hmm.
every Thursday. Uh, next week is to be determined because next week is your girl birthday. So let's play that by. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen this week. So
She gonna be
we'll see
off.
whether.
Go enjoy the playlist. She gonna enjoy her birthday.
Amen, amen, and amen. But yeah, so every other Tuesday, which technically is supposed to be this coming Tuesday, but it's gonna be the 17th. The next show is gonna be the 17th for the Queendom. TheQueenDomme here on YouTube. Make sure y'all get the books. Right now, there is a 20% off discount code on everything on my website. So if you use June 20, you'll get 20% off your entire order. If you order now, it will be shipped out before I go on my trip. If you order between the 10th and the 14th, you'll get that shit shipped out on the 16th or 17th, something like that.
Right.
It'll get shipped out when I get my ass back in the country. All right,
Right.
cool, cool, cool. But like I said, every other Thursday we here, but I mean every Thursday we're here 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Irene K Unscripted. Uh, yep, that's everything that I can think of.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with us. We truly appreciate it. Make sure you can hit that like button and subscribe for us. We greatly appreciate it. Um, Follow us on Instagram, Irene and KF Scripted. Everything will be linked in the description box after the live. You can follow me on Simply K Simone TV on all platforms, or Simply Spicy Spice on all platforms. This is my baby, my seasoning blend company. We also have a 20% off sale going on right now. No coupon code needed. It's just automatic. It's automatic. Um, and yeah, and like I said, I just appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate my sister. I appreciate this platform for being a safe space for everyone. We keep a very general and broad, broad spectrum when it comes to this place, because we're not gonna male bash, we're not gonna woman bash. We just want to keep it 100. We're not saying that we damn advice gurus, but we've been through this thing called life, and we like to share that with y'all, and that's why we appreciate y'all so very much. um Go watch some playlists if y'all want to. Go to the playlist. It's like 300 videos on there if you want to catch up with us. It's like
Right.
336 if you want to
Just
just
turn
see
it on
some
and go
some
clean
highlights.
house.
Yeah. And
Turn it on and go clean house. We
and
appreciate
just make sure you leave this beautiful one somewhere a birthday shout out on the 13th, because she gonna be enjoying herself. So we will not be here next week because we believe the work the home life balance. And so I'll be like, listen, go
it.
rest.
Listen, she
Or if
does.
you need to
She
go
does.
get some shaboinka. Like
Hey,
we ain't gonna be able to do it this week.
might need to make comment. All right. Thank y'all for coming to our TED Talk. Thank y'all for the early birthday wishes and whatnot. Uh,
We love
we
y'all.
love y'all. We'll talk to you later. Bye.